Obsession has always ruled my life. Movies are the present obsession, but chocolate chip cookies were the first. In 2013, I started a project which would mingle both of my obsessions. In the process, I discovered how superficial my interest was and how much more depth was in the simple concept of a cookie. The research led me to different experts in the subject, but there was one particular cook whose love for the pastry transcended beyond compare. She allowed our cameras to go into her kitchen, and we had the privilege of watching her cook and explain the process of making this unique recipe. At first, she was a little reluctant on letting us in, but as my team and myself got to meet her, we discovered the true meaning of passion and what it leads humanity to do. Most importantly, cooking with her showed us the deepness to be found in the subject as common as cooking. Her name is Christy, and she told us nothing else about her history other than for the last 15 years, she has only eaten chocolate chip cookies. Knowing the recipe just wasn't enough. We needed to know what was going on inside the cookie.
Salpeanuts, salpeanuts. Salpeanuts, salpeanuts. Salpeanuts, salpeanuts. Salpeanuts. Salpeanuts, salpeanuts. The name of this song. Salpeanuts, salpeanuts.
So, what happens after you put the cookie dough in the oven? Well, the temperature of the dough starts rising, and each component of the recipe, each ingredient will react differently to the heat. So, the first thing that happens, at 92 degrees Fahrenheit, the butter melts and the cookies start spreading out. Now, butter is an emulsion, meaning a mixture of substances that do not want to mix together. And these substances are fat, water, and dairy solids, or lactose, meaning sugar. At 144 degrees, the egg component of the dough starts coagulating, meaning it becomes nearly solid, which gives the dough the squishy texture. So in the cookie, not only the water vapor produces the lightness of the cookie, but we also have the sodium bicarbonate component that which reacts with the acids to form carbon dioxide bubbles. So now we see that the eggs have started to coagulate. Water has created air. Sodium bicarbonate has created carbon dioxide, more air. And because the temperature has reached 212 degrees, the cookie starts solidifying. It starts drying out. All the components start getting into shape. What makes a cookie delicious? What makes a cookie appealing? It's its beautiful golden brown color and That happens at 310 degrees with the Maillard reactions, where sugars and proteins start breaking down and forming ring-like structures that reflect light. This is the first step of caramelization, which starts at 356 degrees and will continue up to 380 degrees.
Being around you is all I see.
So, Kirsty, in the end, why do you find cookies so amazingly interesting? Aren't they just like cookies in the end?
Well, that's a very interesting point you have there, because yes, they are cookies and I love cookies. I have eaten only cookies for 15 years. They constitute my entire diet, and that's how much I love them. But that's not the point. The point is that when you learn about the intricate processes going on, when you cook any kind of food, then you start appreciating it a lot more. To me, it's unbelievable, it's outrageous that we should know nothing about something as intimate as the food that we feed on, the things that we put into our mouths. People go on around eating on fast food restaurants, on any other kind of hideous packaged food, and they know nothing about what it was made of. And perhaps if they knew, they wouldn't eat it. So, to me, it is as important as to appreciate the food you eat as to know what is going on inside of it. Because otherwise, it's an empty pleasure.
White cliffs of Dover.